I thought I filmed the intro, but I guess not. But hello guys, my name is Esmeralda. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to, continue to watch what I post about my fitness and weight loss journey, as well as these workout guide reviews that I love to do for you guys that are beginners working out like myself, and other things that I will be uploading here on my YouTube channel. And for today's video, we are going to be talking about the Darihana Nova's Slim Thick workout guide. I always forget and butcher her name and the guide's name because I don't know, but we're gonna be talking about how I feel about the guide, my review on the guide, if I recommend it to you guys, a little bit of a quick rundown about the guide. And I've been following Darihana Nova for maybe a couple months now. I've always seen her on TikTok and on Instagram, and I was like, she got a nice body. But let's get on to the video. So I do hope that the lighting is perfect here. I quickly got ready because I have to log into Zoom really quickly, and besides that, I'm gonna be listening to music. So I have my AirPod on, just one, because I am lonely like always, and I don't like being lonely. But you know what? My feelings, my inner self and everything is just very lonely. And today, nobody's home right now. So I, decided to film this quickly. Not really quickly, but you get the gist. So as getting into this video, we're going to be talking about the Darihana Nova. I forget her name. We butcher her name. I'm gonna switch this music. So we're gonna be talking about the Darihana Nova Slim Thick Volume 3 workout guide. Obviously you guys can't see it here because it's blurred. I'm not about to fix this on my phone, on my camera. Like I mentioned, I am recording on my camera now. I did change my hair. If you're wondering, I was bored and you were like, I'm gonna change my hair really quick because I was really bored. So getting into the guide, we have the first page, which is just her introduction. She talks about herself, like how she spent years doing the yo-yo diet. She struggled with binge eating, and she says, being overall displeased with how I felt and looked, I decided to make a change. She made a decision, and she chose to educate herself and become an online trainer so that she could share her love of fitness and help women like myself and yourself to love yourself. So I like how she says this journey won't be easy, but the most important part to always remember that the journey won't be easy. But the most important part to always remember is that this is your journey. So it's you versus you. I don't know if you guys know this, but I always say that this competition of like losing weight, not really a competition, but I always say that you should be your own motivation. This is against yourself and to better yourself. So I 100% agree to what she's saying with this, that the journey is not going to be easy, but you have to always remember that the journey is yours and it's only you against yourself. Like, you are your own person. You yourself are the one that is going to stop you from being unmotivated and just lack of everything. Some days you will have those days of being unmotivated. So it's really you against you, and yourself and how you feel about yourself will eventually make you stop. But when that happens, you keep going and you push yourself. Okay, you have to push yourself, and I guarantee you that those days that you push yourself, when you are having no motivation at all, are the best workouts you will get. I know, well, not that I know, but like that's how I feel personally, that the days that I am unmotivated, I have the best freaking workouts. Let's say just pop, you know, a little bit of pre-workout in your system, and you know, get pushing and working out. But I am in a pre-workout cleanse right now because I was just too caffeinated. So, you know, I would get really bad headaches on the weekends when I wouldn't work out and take a lot of caffeine. Next page is let's get started. She's just talking about the equipment you need. If you need some support, she has a private group on Facebook. I personally didn't join the group. I should have. I might do that this round again. I will be doing the guide again. I don't know if I will want to record it or take a break from recording. You know, I'm still debating. I have a couple days to decide. You know, she has where to find, which is all the videos that she has linked into the guides. In case you don't know what workout it is, what the workout is, and how it looks like, and how you're supposed to perform it. She talks about tracking your progress. My recommendation to track your progress and everything is to, obviously, if you want to weigh yourself, you can, but take progress pictures and measure yourself, because measurements are more accurate than the weight, because weight does fluctuate up and down. I got a text message. The last one in that second page is you inspire me. She's like, although you may think that I inspire you, you inspire me even more. For this reason, I ask that you share your journey. You can tag me on Instagram, send me an email at her email, and share your results with me. So then it's like a table of content here. She just puts the pages numbers. Page 3 is let's get started. Your contents. Let's talk about macros, deficit maintaining, or a surplus. You're calculating your macros, your frequently asked questions, your macro alternatives, your nutrition labels 101, your myths, your food classifications, your tips and tricks, your workout glossary, workout split, pre-workout routine / warm-ups, weight selection. Monday is with week 1 of 4, Tuesday week 1 of 4, Wednesdays week 1 to 4, Thursday week 1 of 4, and Friday week 1 to 4. If I didn't mention this yet, I will go ahead and include like about the macros. I'll post a picture right here about how you are supposed to go about your macros, how she explains it, your deficit surplus. So it just all depends. If you are wanting to be on a calorie deficit, you cater your weight, and you know, you find your own macros as it is. If you want to lose weight, if you want to maintain your weight, or if you want to build muscle specifically, you would do a surplus. I do deficits because I'm trying to lose weight and build muscle at the same time. So for me, it's always been a deficit, as well as I incorporate cardio. If you are just trying to build muscle, you do not incorporate cardio. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about deficits, maintenance, and surplus. So she goes over what it is that your goal is. So you would either do like a deficit, maintenance, or a surplus. Like I said, for me, it's more of a deficit, and deficit is for me to lose weight. Currently, it's supervised with my nutritionist. I believe I am consuming about 1,000 calories, and it's supervised by a nutritionist. Okay, I do not recommend you going below 1,200 calories. Okay, that is not healthy for me. It is, you know, obviously monitored, and my deficit intake will go up. Just that right now she's doing that in order for me, since I struggle a little bit more with gut health, and me having chronic constipation, so she just wants my metabolism to boost up and speed up for me in order to burn fat and lose weight, since I do struggle losing weight because of that. So she recommends that for me currently, and like I said, she is supervising it, so do not do that. And by all means, I'm not saying to get a nutritionist, because I know nutritionists can be pricey as well. But if you can, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that you could watch in regards about doing deficits, and educate yourself with that, as well as, this is why I like guides, because guides talk about calorie deficits, calorie maintenance, or surpluses. Moving forward, it is calculating your macros. Like I said, she does go ahead about and speaks of how you calculate your macros. And by macros, it's how many grams of protein you should be having, how many grams of fats and carbs you should have, and all that combined is going to be how many calories you will be having as well. And like she does say, determine your activity level as well as decide what you want to achieve. And then following on with that, she goes on for macros for a surplus. If you want to gain weight, add 300 calories to your maintenance calorie amount. Like for example, if you want to gain, you have 2,100 plus 300, that's 2,400 calories daily that you will intake for a surplus to build your muscle. And you can add an extra 100 calories every 2 weeks for your surplus. Your macros for maintenance, for example, it's 167 pounds by 13. So let's say you are 167 pounds. You multiply that by 13 by your current activity level, which she explains how to find your activity level. So that would be 2,119 calories for a maintenance, and for a deficit, it would be subtracting 300, and you would, if you wanted, she says for a more aggressive approach, you drop it by 500. So you would, instead of subtracting by 300, you would subtract by 500. And if I'm yelling, I'm very sorry. I need to invest in a microphone, and like right now I will be yelling. So going down to the frequently asked questions, which is I'm just gonna give you guys 3 of the questions, which is, which calorie calculation do I use to do my macros? How often should I adjust my macros? How often should I have cheat meals? And cheat meals, that's a great question that people tend to ask all the time. Honestly, you could have cheat meals every single day if you wanted to, as long as they fit your calorie intake a day. As long as you don't go above or below. And if you go up 100 calories, that's okay too. Everybody has those days. She says macro alternatives. So she says that a serving of fat is your thumb. A serving of veggies is your fist. So this. A serving of protein is your palm. And a serving of carbs is a cup handful. So like this much. She explains how to read. Again, why do I even bother? You guys can't see it. But she does show you how to read your nutrition labels. I am big on reading labels because I like to find healthier, foods, better ingredients. So I tend to read a lot of labels. She has a page dedicated to myths. This is a big one. Do waist trainers help with fat loss? False. They do not help with fat loss. Only a calorie deficit will. And that is very true. I do not. The only time that I use a waist trimmer is when I want to sweat more. And that's only when I'm doing cardio. I don't use it when I am lifting weights per se. Doesn't matter when I eat. That's also false. You know, she goes on into detail about like myths. Then she has her food classifications. Let's talk about carbs. Like carbs goes into rice, oatmeal, oats, potatoes, beans, mostly all fruits, almost all vegetables. Your honey, sugar, any type of sugar that is not like stevia or if erythritol. I really don't know how to say it, but like cane sugar, honey, mostly all fruits tend to have carbs. Your protein, chicken, salmon, ground beef, ground turkey, eggs, egg whites, you know, your whey protein, yogurt, your fats, avocado oil, your nuts, nut butters, olives, sunflower oil, flaxseed, peanut butters, almond butters are all fats. And she has this, like, she classifies what are carbs, what are proteins, what are fats. But the ones that she mentions on the list are what she's recommending for you if it is that you want to eat those. Not necessarily, again, the guide is not necessarily telling you what to eat, but it's giving you suggestions. She also gives you tips and tricks. And now we're getting on to the workouts. But before that, she goes on to important terms. What are sets, your repetitions, supersets, drop sets, 1 and 1/4. So going back to me in my videos, when I would work out, I would do 4 sets from in between of 5 to 15 repetitions, depending on the workout. Supersets would be for the burning ones. What are they called? Hold on, let me look for it, because I'm in love with the stripper. Like for legs, it's a burnout workout, so that would be supersets. 2 sets, and you were superset it. You would rest after you're done with the second workout, and then you would do it again, and you won't rest until you're done with both workouts. You don't rest in between both of the workouts like you would regularly do with sets, okay? Going back, it takes forever to load. Drop sets refer to a technique where you perform an exercise and then reduce the weight you're using and continue for more reps until you reach failure. So let's say that I do the first set, 12 reps with a 50-pound dumbbell for squatting. And then in the second, no, correction. For drop sets, okay, so I start off with, like, let's say the lowest weight. Say the lowest weight that I could do is 20 pounds with squatting 12 reps. And then for the second set, I go up a weight, go lower reps until the 4th rep. I drop, let's say I'm doing 50 pounds of dumbbell squatting, and then I do, like, let's say 5 reps. That's what it refers to, a drop set, if I am correctamundo. 1 and 1/4 rep. So you are gonna do 1 full rep and then 1/4 of a rep, and that together combined is gonna be a full rep. My camera stopped filming because I was out of footage. So we're going on to workout splits. Week 1 is Monday through Friday every week. Week 1 and week 4 is Monday through Friday. So Mondays are always lower body, Tuesdays are upper body, Wednesdays are lower body, Thursdays upper body, Friday lower body. This program focuses on progressive overload. What is this? It is the act of doing the same movements over a period of time where the only thing changing is the additional weight to use for your workouts as the weeks pass by. I did not do that because I don't have a lot of weights. My biggest weight that I have is a 15 pounds. So obviously, like for my shoulder presses, I was doing 15 pounds at the last week. My squats, I always did 15 pounds. So anything that had to do with lower body, I would do 15 pounds. But I don't obviously have a lot of weights, so I have to work with what I have to work with. So my thing, instead of, like, for instance, if you do not have weights, bands work great if you are a beginner. And if you have minimal weights like myself, that I have, my biggest weight is 15 pounds, I would just up the repetitions instead of, you know, going out knowing that weights are so expensive. So just up your repetition by week, which I think I will be doing if I do this again. Okay, your weight selection, the important terms for the guide, it's lightweight, medium weight, and heavy weight. So she says heavyweight for an exercise is defined by the ability to do 1 to 5 reps while still keeping the correct form during all movements. So just depending on the weight that you are doing, let's say that you are doing a 50-pound weight, you would only do 1 to 5 reps depending on how much you can do, but maintaining your core and your form correct, like you were doing it with the lightweight, so you will not hurt yourself. So Monday is lower body with quad focus, so it's more quad focused workouts. You have your sumo squats with the 1 1/4 of rep. Obviously she has a lot of squatting. She has your split squat, your goblet squat. Reverse lunges are great for quads. So she says lower body with quad focus to be followed for weeks 1 and 4. Each Monday focus will be adding more weight for all movements as the week passes by. Video demos are found by clicking the video box next to each workout, or click here for album. As well as for every workout that's listed for Monday, she has a comment or instruction instructing you how to do the workout. And then for lower body, she tends to have burnout glute focused workouts to do post lift. So that would be a superset. You would do a banded, like, reverse lunge kickback with a banded squat. And then after you complete those two for the first set, you will rest for 30 seconds. And then after that, you would do the two sets of work. Somebody came. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are upper body focused. For Tuesdays, it's back and biceps. Again, she goes on the side. She says what weight to use for each workout, and then you have your comments and instructions depending on upper body. If it is that you want to do 5 to 8 reps, or 8 to 12 reps, 12 to 15 reps, it just depends. Except for like your hammer curls or your bicep curls, it would be 30 reps or 4 sets. Wednesday is lower body glute focused day. You do have your burnout circuit there, so again you would superset those to a burnout of a workout. A great way to, you know, build more muscle. Thursdays are shoulders and triceps, so you have that as well. You're telling you body weight, lightweight, medium weight, heavy weight, 5 to 8 reps, etc., etc. Friday is lower body hamstring focus, and your burnout circuit. So you will do all those same workouts for the four weeks. And we're gonna get on to the review after this whole overview of the guide and how she explained everything and all that jazz. So we clearly seen that the first, I mean, it was only 4 weeks. Get it together, girl. So for the last 4 weeks, I did not do the guide properly. So here are the before pictures and here are the after pictures, side by side. Personally myself, let me know in the comments. Personally myself, I do not see a big difference like I would have liked. And it's not because of the guide, it's all solely myself and my fault because I did not do the guide properly like I should have. There was days that I was feeling like I was gonna pass out. There were days that I wasn't motivated. There was days that it was just really hot that I just was like, you know what, I'm over this workout, even though I would take pre-workout and everything. So for me personally, this guide was super intense that I thought I could handle it the way that I thought I would. Obviously I think I would be able to handle it like top notch. It was just depending on myself and how I felt, that I was just not really not that motivated working out this past month. Ever since I got my wisdom teeth removed, I was just not really all that motivated, and I was lacking a lot of motivation working out. I felt like I just needed a long ass break from working out. But you know, I didn't do the guide well. It's not the guide's fault that I don't see a big transformation, but like I said, let me know down below if you guys do see a difference. But like I said before I got my wisdom teeth removed, that this guide, like no joke, I have not felt amazing about a guide in a long ass time. Like this guide like went up for me like as one of my favorites, because it honestly does push you to like up there. Like it, like literally, I don't know how else to describe it, but like it just pushes you. I felt like I had an awesome pump working out with this guide. I love her guide, how she explains everything, how she lists all these myths. She gives you options of what your fats should be, your protein, your carbs, her tips and tricks. I honestly don't read over all that, but I love how there's guides that take their time and their knowledge to share that with you. All I do, to be honest with you guys, I just look at the workouts and I do them. I should have, you know, paid more attention. She also does pre-workout routines, like for glute activations, you know, to warm up your body, not just go in there raw and start working out so you hurt yourself. But instructional videos as well as she provides. Like, I love this guide. Like I mentioned, it was just solely my part and my fault that I did not do the guide properly, and I did not see progress. I did not upkeep my diet as well. But if I recommend this guide to you guys, I totally would. Like, I'll link it down below as well, so you guys can go ahead and purchase it if you guys want to. It is pricey. It is $40, so that's a bummer in the price point, but you know, it's a very good guide. I would highly recommend you guys check it out. If you want to, go ahead and check it out. But if you are a beginner, I would suggest to start off with 2, like for the first week and second week, start off with 2 sets of each workout and do the less reps that you can, or do all 4 sets but the less reps. And again, just follow the guide through thoroughly, and you know,